Well, a very warm welcome to this wonderfully happy occasion. I formally declare this congregation of the University of Portsmouth open. Please be seated.
Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies, gentlemen, and, of course, graduates. As Vice-Chancellor of the University of Portsmouth, I am honoured to be sharing this important occasion with you, our graduates, and with your partners, parents, families, and friends. It is a great privilege to welcome all of you to Portsmouth, whether you know our great city or are coming here for the first time. On behalf of all the staff at the university and our visitors here today, I would like to congratulate all of our graduates on your well-earned achievement. The fact that you're at this ceremony demonstrates your capacity for learning, growing, and giving. I continue to be amazed at your energy for learning beyond the boundaries of your chosen studies, for growing into outstanding professionals with knowledge and integrity, and for giving your time to make a difference to those around you. I am immensely proud of your achievements, as you should be also. It is an amazing fact that this year over 5,000 of our students were active in volunteering within our community, with almost 40% of our students engaged in student placement and career-enhancing activities. I cannot thank you enough for your commitment to your studies and your broader development as worthy citizens. As we are all too aware in recent months, whenever we turn on the news, look at our phone or open a newspaper, we are faced with a barrage of bad news. There is no doubt that we do face unprecedented uncertainty, with immense change happening all around us, not least our relationship with Europe, social unrest and instability around the world, and right now even within our own UK Parliament. It really would be so easy to be pessimistic. And then a day like today comes along and I see passionate, highly skilled and educated people such as you, full of ideas, ready and prepared to reshape our world. What is certain is that the world more than ever needs people like you. Seeing you graduate today is a tremendous feeling and a welcome reminder that our future is in good hands. Of course, that does not mean that your future journeys are going to be easy. But what is clear is that the demand for the kind of skills you have developed continues to grow. Your University of Portsmouth qualification has real value in the UK and on a global stage. It provides the edge that will be vital to tackle the many challenges that the world faces. In the last month, the university community has been celebrating achieving a gold award in the government's first assessment of university teaching, the Teaching Excellence Framework. The University of Portsmouth is one of only 4 universities in the South East to be rated gold, and nationally it sees us ranked among the top 20% of higher education providers in the UK. This gold award confirms that we provide a distinctive student experience underpinned by outstanding support for students, which provides the foundation for a successful future. Today, you are graduating from a university that is recognised as part of the modern global elite of universities, a university that is bold, not old, a university that is a catalyst for change and has a strong sense of energy, flexibility and dynamism, a university committed to providing the very best experience and an experience that leads our graduates to make a real contribution to society. Last year, 96.5% of our graduates were in work or further study within 6 months of graduation, which is an exceptional achievement in the current economic climate and should give you confidence as you plan your future. But remember that in graduating today, you are part of a privileged minority that has had the advantages of a university education. With that privilege comes responsibility. Please reflect upon your obligations as graduates of our university. You are trustees of the skills and abilities you have developed. I urge you to use your talents to help enrich society and make a difference for the benefit of others. Raise aspirations among all those you encounter and set an example of behaviour and achievement that others will seek to emulate. You have lived in a diverse environment for the past 3 or 4 years. Take that appreciation of difference and culture and friendship with you in all that you do. And as you think about achieving your greatest ambitions, think about the exceptional team you have around you. You've had the support of the university community all through your time here. Our excellent staff have provided a supportive environment in which you have learnt, lived, and flourished. Your fellow students have no doubt lifted you through the tough times and, just as important, celebrated with you in the good times and will remain lifelong friends. And of course, those closest to you will have been your most important team. Parents, partners, children, and friends have helped by providing encouragement, a shoulder to cry on, a listening ear. But most of all, they have kept faith in you and willed you to succeed. So I think it's appropriate now that all of our graduates should stand up and with a warm round of applause and plenty of cheering, join me in thanking your family and friends that are here today. So please stand up, round of applause and big cheer. Now, I don't want to introduce an element of competition, but that wasn't really as loud as the last ceremony. Can I have a proper cheer for everybody, please? A massive cheer. I think that was a kind of volume that your parents and friends deserve. You can sit down now. Thank you. So the university has been part of your team, supporting you throughout your time here, and we'd like to remain part of your team in the future. We want you to be successful because your successes and achievements will reflect well upon your university. And of course, the success of the university reflects well upon you. And your university is on the move, rising this year to 37th in the Guardian League table. And I am proud of us being a university within the top 100 global elite of modern universities under 50 years old. An amazing achievement. Today is just the beginning of a lifelong relationship with your university as members of an international community of Portsmouth graduates. Please make use of our excellent Alumni Association and keep in touch as you continue your journey through life. We want to know where you go next, as you will be the future leaders, thinkers, creators, and innovators. Be a force for positive change within a world that desperately needs your talents. And when you are successful, please come back to visit us and be part of our elite team supporting future generations of Portsmouth students. I urge you to live by the values of your university in all that you do. Be responsible, be open, and be ambitious. Never settle for second best. I congratulate you on your awards and wish you every success for your future. Thank you. Now, the university ceremony today is all about you as graduates, but we often take the opportunity of a graduation ceremony to recognise the special talents or achievements of other individuals in our community. And so today the university has resolved to confer a fellowship of the university, honoris causa, upon Graham Bryant.
So, Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, and distinguished guests, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Graham Bryant. Graham is chairman of the Hampshire Astronomical Group, a position he has held for over 13 years. The Hampshire Astronomical Group was originally formed in Portsmouth in 1960, and it runs one of the best-equipped amateur observatories in the country on its site at Clanfield on the South Downs, north of Portsmouth. The observatory welcomed our Vice-Chancellor to officially dedicate its new 612mm telescope in October 2014, and Graham Bryant was one of the driving forces behind that achievement, making the case for its construction and then spearheading the efforts to raise the necessary private and public finance. Graham's connection with the University of Portsmouth began in 1994, before the existence of the Institute of Cosmology and Gravitation, when only a small number of staff had expertise in astronomy and cosmology. A BSc degree in mathematics with astronomy was being launched by Michael McCabe in the School of Mathematical Studies, and the observatory experience for students was a requirement for course validation. The first student visits to the observatory were established in collaboration with Graham and have continued every year since then. The introduction of new degrees in physics, and most recently physics, astrophysics, and cosmology, has meant that the link is as important as ever in giving our students the opportunity to use high-quality telescopes. Over the years, the students on maths, physics, geology, geography, and even biology degrees have all visited the observatory. Graham has given countless inspiring talks to students on the practical aspects of astronomy and has guided them through observing evenings over the past 21 years. He has also led a team of project mentors who have closely supported our final year students in carrying out advanced observational projects. The partnership between the university and the Hampshire Astronomical Group has become ever stronger under his leadership. Graham has always been keen to share his enthusiasm. He and his friend and fellow astronomer, Peter Seiden, started a magazine called Nightlife. Nightlife for astronomers, that is. They would ring all 28 astronomical societies in the south of England to gather news about their activities and members, and would often drive many miles to interview their subjects. The highlight was an invitation to go to Kent to interview Russian cosmonaut Alexander Serebrov, who was visiting England for a few days. On arrival, Graham and Peter were greeted by the chair of the event and led to a room with 15 or so dignitaries, where, in the center, holding court, they heard an unmistakable clipped Russian accent. He was very smart and held himself very upright and proud. They waited for a break in the conversation and then introduced themselves and requested an interview. He accepted, and they went to a quiet table. As good professionals, they asked a number of background questions about his family, his education, his hobbies. His English was slow but faultless. And then they got to the meat of the interview. Tell us, they asked, what does it feel like sitting on the top of a rocket, on the launch pad, when the engines fire up? He thought for a moment, and then he said, I do not really know. I am a translator. You should talk to the cosmonaut over there. Graham's interest in astronomy has always widened participation and broadened awareness of the subject. He has given many inspirational lectures in schools to young people and the general public. He has run the adult education evening classes in astronomy held at the observatory over many years. Graham is also a trustee of the South Downs Planetarium and Science Centre in Chichester and presents some of the shows at the planetarium, which our students have regularly visited since it opened in 2002. Since 1989, his desire for everyone to be able to view the wonders of the night sky has led him to be extensively involved with the National Commission for Dark Skies. Graham is one of the founder members and a South of England representative, voicing the concerns of astronomers about light pollution to local and national governments and international bodies. Graham was recently a UK representative at the CFDS International Symposium, where he addressed delegates from across the globe. Graham has lived for much of his life in the Portsmouth area. He retired 5 years ago after working for 37 years in the National Health Service, where he attained the position of NHS Regional Manager in the Department of Forensic Psychiatry. All of Graham's work on behalf of the university has been entirely voluntary. Graham's many achievements and his support for the University of Portsmouth students richly deserve recognition. Chancellor, I am delighted to present to you Graham Bryant for the award of an Honorary University Fellowship Honoris Causa.
By the authority of the University, I admit you to the award of Honorary Fellow of the University of Portsmouth, Honoris Causa.
Thank you very much for that. What wasn't said during the time that we were interviewing the cosmonaut was that we actually elbowed him out the way in order to get to the chap who we thought was the cosmonaut. So we had to eat humble pie in order to then go back and have a chat. But that was a bit of good fun. Anyway, thank you very much, Vice-Chancellor. Thank you, Professor Wants, for the kind words and support. And I'm truly honoured to be here and accepting this honorary fellowship that the university has bestowed upon me. And congratulations to all of you. You're about to graduate after a number of years of hard work, and clearly you've chosen wisely to come to the University of Portsmouth for the reasons been mentioned about the Gold Award of Teaching Excellence Framework, so well done there. Now, it wasn't too many years ago that I was sat where you are sat right now. And to be honest, the whole day was somewhat of a blur. I remember certain parts of it coming up here, and the photographs and throwing the hats outside on the steps, etc. But parts of that fade very often. And a part of what I don't want to do is for you to forget some bits of this as well. So what I thought it best do is to draw upon some of the teachings of some of the great physicists of the past to help you remember some of that. So this is my little prop, and it is a donut. Ring donut. Remember that. So Michael Faraday once said, if you want someone to learn, don't tell them, show them. And his approach is clearly very useful because he gave the Christmas lectures from 1827, and they have been running every year since. Initially, at the time there, the lectures were described as being fun and juvenile. Now, if you know anything about me, that sounds great. That's where I like to be. They were so successful, as I say, they're still running now. Now, there's an old adage that says, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And that might be rather strange at your graduation ceremony to be talking about that, where you've spent many years of what you know, learning knowledge, cramming that in. And that's very important. It's also important of your life. You should need to continue to doing that. But I want to just touch for a moment on the who you know, the people, the organizations. And when you enter the world of employment and maybe further education, research, you're going to come to realize that the relationships you have with your colleagues and other organizations are also very important. It's important for your work, your organization, and your career. I'm here today because the University of Portsmouth forged a relationship with the Hampshire Astronomical Group some 25 years ago, just about the time when the university was coming into being. Not only has the university gone from strength to strength, but the relationship also has borne fruit as well, in a way that we could never have envisaged at the beginning. We started with a little bit of contact, occasionally a student coming to the observatory to use the telescopes for an observational project for their degree. We liked each other. We were nice to each other. We wanted to help each other out. And there was a connection between us. And we made sure, each of us, that that relationship grew. Even when we were busy, we still kept that going. And then, as has been already mentioned, the university approached us to talk about some students coming along to the observatory on a more regular basis in order for that course to go ahead. And since then, we've received in excess of 2,000 maths and physics and other student visits over the years. And we're excited to have more students coming in the future. It was during one of those evenings, and I was talking to Dr. Michael McCabe, that was some 8 years ago, and there was going to be an eclipse occurring, an eclipse of a star, a dust cloud coming around, and it had been observed, this eclipse had been observed some 100 years. Every 27 years it went into eclipse, and professional astronomers have been observing this for a long time. And it was said that a well-equipped amateur was now able to observe this and hopefully pin down what this dust cloud or cloud, whatever it was, what it was about. Some ideas was it's a black hole. Others were saying it was another star. Others it was a large planet. We didn't know. So I suggested to Dr. Michael McCabe that maybe some students would like to join me over the next 3 years, having students each year, to take some observations, and maybe they could use that as their project. That then grew, and within a very short period of time, we had many student projects, from exoplanets, observing other stars, asteroids rotating, all being done at the observatory. And to date, we have supported over 40 final year student projects. And on the back of the who you know, we brought together the what you know. We learned together. We had fun together, tears and frustrations as well. And we were trying out a little bit of research, dipping our toes for the first time in what is that about. Very often, the weather, equipment, people conspire to make the project go wrong. We learned how to cope with those. And together, the university and the group have jointly purchased new equipment to help not only the observatory, but the astronomers back at the observatory as well. We're sharing. We're looking after each other's interests. There's a spirit of collaboration. And there are new experiences for everyone, the observatory, the university, the students. And one student said at his conclusion of his mathematics course, among the most memorable experiences of my time at the university were my visits to the observatory. Well, I can only think that those of you who've been up there, you know that he probably had pretty good weather in the process. Another new experience I recall was driving a student home from a long night observing run, taking data from the telescope all night. And he told me afterwards he was going through his front door at 4:30 in the morning, feeling really quite strange. Something wasn't quite right. And he realized afterwards that he was going home at that time in the morning completely sober. So he assured me it wouldn't happen again, so I'm not sure if he did. So you are in control of this knowledge, this information you've gathered over the last several years. You will gather more throughout your career. Lifelong learning is important. But you're not in control of the people and organizations that are around you. We all must know some person who has the ability to get on with everyone and get the best out of them. If you're in their orbit, that can be truly inspiring. But sometimes managing those relationships can be frustrating, especially when it appears that those other people are working against what seems to be right and logical at the time. So not only will you need to learn more about the knowledge and how you use that knowledge throughout your life, but you also need to learn about managing the relationships, the people, the organizations you will get to know. So when you next hear that saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know, you may actually find that it's very useful to think about both aspects of that and get that balance right. So, what of my donut? What's that got to do with it? Well, going back to the 1930s, an American donut seller was wishing to advertise the benefits of his ring donuts. It was just in the 1930s, late 20s, early 30s, when the Depression was in full swing. And he wanted people to be optimistic. It was important. He wanted people to see what was important, especially during those years. And he came up with the following verse that he printed on every single box of donuts he sold. And I share that with you. So, our donut. And it reads, "As you ramble through your life, my friend, let this be your goal. Keep your eye on the donut and not on the hole. I wish to congratulate you all and wish you all the very best for the future, wherever it takes you. Thank you very much.
Chancellor, as Academic Registrar, I confirm that those presented at this ceremony have successfully completed their studies and have satisfied all conditions and requirements of the University.
By the authority of the University, I confirm that all those who are duly qualified are hereby admitted to the awards for which they are presented.
Chancellor, I present to you the following successful candidates from the School of Architecture. For the award of Bachelor of Arts in Architecture, Farouk Agbarami. With first-class honours, Tuhin Ahmad. George Akinlabi. Thomas Amu Gyamfi. Victor Anui. Azrin Azizan. Davida Balogan. Massimo Bamundo. Michael Begley. Jack Bennett. With the Architecture Prize for Best Drawing, Wura Bollarina. Lee Bonarius. Laura Broughton. With first-class honours and with the J. Potts Prize for Best Integration of CAD Drawing in Design, Delaney Byron. Yamei Kai. Matt Casey. Roxana Kellerman. Chen Chin. Luca Kisaoni. With the award, Year Student who has made an outstanding voluntary contribution to the life of the School of Architecture, Lucy Clark. With first-class honours, Isabel Clay. With first-class honours, Rebecca Coburn. With first-class honours, Connor Coulson. Emily Dance. Kane Diaz. Simone dos Santos. With first-class honours, Sophia Uganmar Ehibushe Johnson. Adobera Edikemi. Alex Fairweather. Bryony Faulkner. Lucas Felsky. James Forder. Anna Giorgio. Marius Giorgio. Najwa Ghazali. Jodette Gilder. Deviana Gorsia. Arunima Gupta. Callum Gurdon. Alexandra Gotowska. Aidan Hastier. Craig Hambleton. Cody Hickey. With first class honours, Amy Higgs. Thomas House. Adam Hussain. Isabella Ivanova. Kirsty Joy Jackson. With first class honours, Trini Maria Katawi. Benjamin Kaur. With first class honours, Camille Labuz. Bernard Lai. Valerius Lavrentiadis. Francesca Laws. Fanula Lee. Simon Lee. Kieran Lee Hall. Sam Ludkin. Anaida Enid Lewis. With first class honours, Jintao Ma. Jakob Mrzak. Ishaniao Marlon Makanza. With first class honours and with the Dibben Prize for demonstrating an understanding of construction and materials, Gemma Mohadja. Zainid Mohammed. With first class honours, Jakub Namiesnik. With first class honours, Tom Knock. With first class honours, Chinyeri Okarafo. Laura Penrose. Karlin Pejovsky. Stay there. With first-class honours and with the Hayes Prize for Best Critical Writing, third-year architecture student, and with the University of Portsmouth Art Collection Award, and with the RIBA Prize overall winner, third-year architecture student, and with the Martin Harvey Prize for outstanding work, George Pop. With first-class honours, Valentia Prudence. James Radford. With first-class honours, Ross Ridges. With first-class honours, Josh Wriggleford. Adrone Root Kaiskat. With first-class honours, Mariam Shararuddin. Husin Shwedi. Matthew Stiles. Mo Sulaiman. Jessie Tan. Jack Thompson. Toby Thurlow. With first-class honours, Deviano Vijayakumar. Tamsin Webb. Glyn Wibley. Robert White. With first-class honours and with the RIBA Prize for Integrated Architecture, third-year architecture student, Stephanie Wyant. Ibrahim Yayali. Zuji Yin. For Bachelor of Arts in Interior Architecture and Design, Seher Ailidis. Ella Bamford. Jin Ching. Maria Elia. Christiana Georgieva. Rosie Hawes. With the Interior Architecture and Design Prize for the Most Improved Student, Molly Hayter. Maria Keenan. Shannon Lander. With first-class honours, Shanice Mann. With first-class honours and with the University of Portsmouth Art Collection Award and with the Chris Henderson Drawing Prize, Jess Morey. With the Best Mentor Prize, Mohammed Mustakin. With first-class honours and with the Interior Architecture and Design Prize for the Best Portfolio, Catherine Norris. With first-class honours and with the Best Mentor Prize, Lisa Pang. Ellery Kyoji. Azra Razik. Jean-Paul Thomas. With first-class honours, Karen Wan. With the Interior Architecture and Design Prize for the Best Dissertation, Amy Watson. For Master of Architecture in Architecture, Astha Basnet. Adam Bennett. Azul Johan Zulkifli. Samuel Cancel. With distinction and with the Hayes Prize for Best Critical Writing, Master of Architecture student, Santa Kurbikova. Eleanor Christodoulou. With distinction and with the University of Portsmouth Art Collection Award, Lucinda Colgate. With distinction and with the Best MArch II Collaborative Work, Oliver Court. Lewis Dolden. With the Architecture PLB Sustainable Design Award, Henry Edwards. Adam Elwood. With distinction and with the Best MArch II Collaborative Work, George Frost. With distinction and with the RIBA South Prize overall winner, Mantas Gaigalas. Samuel Gill. James Goldring. Matthew Golds. With distinction and with the RIBA South Prize, Detail in Architecture, Annie Hadzi Petrova. With distinction, Benjamin Hume. James Lee. Lawrence Martin. Paul Nedelkew. Ryan Nolan. Aaron Padmore. Leah Punkule. Alex Rugiu. Jonathan Scharf. Craig Snelling. Matthew Tier. With distinction, Lee Wakeling. Jessica Welling. Laura Whitney. Faye Wilson. Wei Xiang Yo. For Master of Arts in Interior Design, Sam Asiri. With distinction, Nada Eloou. With distinction, Estafia Palivu. For Master of Arts in Sustainable Architecture, Graham Anderson. Omatola Olukui. Sangeetha Ramaraj. Benjamin Stevenson. For Master of Arts in Urban Design, Lois Lawn. For Doctor of Philosophy, for a programme of research in investigation of the daylighting and the thermal environment of Nigeria's low-income housing, the case for Abuja, Mohammed Abdul Karim. This concludes the presentation of students from the School of Architecture.
Chancellor, I present to you the following successful candidates from the School of Media and Performing Arts. For the award of Bachelor of Arts in Creative and Media Writing, Tom Adamson. Yejide Aina. Sophie Allen. Jack Bartlett. With first class honours and with the Creative Writing Student Award, Isabel Bilton. Chloe Franks. Luke Ludbrook. Emma Sears. With first class honours, Lauren Sherry. Rebecca Slack. Diani Swire Brown. Paige Tabone. Holly Wells. Ian Whiteford. Alex Wright. Zaman. Jessica Zaman. For Bachelor of Arts in Drama and Performance, Zoe Ashton. With first class honours, Laetitia Baird. Nikki Barker. With first class honours, Eloise Sylvia Bingham. With first class honours, Andrew Bradley. Alanis Breen. Elliot Christie. With first class honours, John Faulkner. Olivia Flannery. Jordan Hitch. Cara Hopgood. With first class honours and with the Drama or Musical Theatre Student Award, Ellen MacLeod. Emily Power. With first class honours, Samantha Robichaud. Ollie Sayward. Joseph Spinks, Sophie Travail. Abigail Watkins. With first class honours, Estelle Webb. With first class honours, Veronika Vivatowska. Sarah Young. For Bachelor of Arts in English and Creative Writing, Jessica Bonzel. Molly Burns. Siobhan Coleman. Charlotte Cook. Lewis Copper. Katie Cox. Charlie Cullen. Alexander Dorr. Rufus Driscoll. Aidan Limburn. Rosie Londell. Sarah Osaya. Bethany Ward. Penny Ward. Sian White. With first class honours and with the Blackwell's Prize for the Best Dissertation in English Literature, Rosie Wiggins. For Bachelor of Arts in Film Industries, Caris Andrews. With first class honours, Isabel Blaine. Eloise Congerton. Amy Fitzhugh. Louise Galbraith. Thomas Wenzel. For Bachelor of Arts in Film Industries and Creative Writing, George Dummons. Alice Watkins. Stephanie Wisner. For Bachelor of Arts in Film Studies, with first-class honours and with the number 6 Cinema Prize for Film, for the number 6 Cinema, James Cummings. Jamie Davis. Stuart Foster. With first-class honours, Benjamin Hilton. Derek Anoli. Jack Sims. Amelie Tallberg. Matthew Thompson. For Bachelor of Arts in Film Studies and Creative Writing, Vaughan Capstick. Stephanie Cassalit Tyrrell. Thomas Clement. Iona Gerard. Howard Hogarth. Zachary Lockwood. With first-class honours, Rebecca Lutig. Bethany Norman. Jessica Pratt. Andrew Prodromou. Jasmine Richards. Lucy Watts. For Bachelor of Arts in Film and Television Studies, Sharon Gardiner. Rebecca Giluli. Leonora Guerra. Nathaniel Payne. Harrison Postberchild. Andrew Purcell. Ashley Romaine. Abby Smith. With first-class honours and with the Film and Television Studies Student Award, Elspethia Tamuleonity. With first-class honours, Hayley Thornton. Andrew Till. Samuel Williams. For Bachelor of Arts in Television and Film Production, with first-class honours, Liam Ambrose. For Bachelor of Arts in Media Studies, David Aldridge. Umay Hani Arafin. With first-class honours, Ollie Barlow. Lydia Bedding. Megan Day. Grace Carter. Lisa Churchyard. Kaylee Clegg. Harvey Colston. Jess Court. With first-class honours, Abby Driver. With first-class honours and with the Media Student Award, Jessica Dunford. Jessica Fuller. Russell Gitap. James Haynes. With first-class honours, Lauren Haslett. With first-class honours, Joshua Herbert. Abraham Kapinga. Josh Q. Amy Lane. Peter Lane. Shreya Mavji. Sophie McGleed. Rochelle McCoy. With first-class honours, Leon Miller. Callum Mitchell. Ayumide Muyiwa Ojalidai. Ojalidai. Elena Nikiforova. Milton Parirenyatwa. Jack Parrott. Gemma Poffley. Miranda Roberts. Christopher Rogers. Mira Shah. Sonia Sharma. Sibile Simkevikute. Edward Stroker. Lucy Tate. Anna Tiueti. Weijun Wang. Lauren Wantling. Jack Whitehill. Nicola Williams. Sean Williamson. Enrika Zagaskaita. Sarah Shoamni. For Bachelor of Arts in Media Studies and Entertainment Technology, Joshua James Argipong. Brittany Allender. Shi Chen. Jessie Davis. Jake Hammond. David Hollister. Matvi Kosho. Connor Kirby Bott. Catherine Lowe. Amber Mathurin. With first class honours, James Randall. Katia Rawlings. Jodie Samfier. Harry Thomas. Shuo Zhang. For Bachelor of Arts in Musical Theatre, Samuel Blewett. Georgina Boatwright. Lily Brentfish. Chanel Edwards. Andrew Green. Isabel Knight. Barnaby Lawrence. Kyle Colin Major. With first class honours, Tejal Kansilal Mandalia. With first class honours, Jack McGill. Melissa Paley. Emma Pamplin. With first-class honours, Abigail Slocum. Clarice Whale. With first-class honours and with the music prize, Thomas White. For Master of Arts in Creative Writing, Lorraine Dancer. Mark Gidney. George Stanley. Molly White. For Master of Arts in Media and Communication, Lacey Hamilton. Ben Hubbard. Andrew Kilpatrick. Matthew Landless. Lee Medcraft. Jordan Neal. With the MA Media and Communication Award, Hayley Rogers. Paige Wolford. For Master of Research in Design Practice with Distinction, Oliver Tubb. For Doctor of Philosophy, for a programme of research in When a Voice is Not Enough, the existentialist opera performer as auteur, George Balsa. This concludes the presentation of students from the School of Media and Performing Arts.
Chancellor, I present to you the following successful candidates from the Department of Mathematics. The award of Bachelor of Science in Logistics and Supply Chain Management, Xicheng Wu. For Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, Nathan Adam. With first-class honours, Najim al-Baghdadi. Lydia Baker. With first-class honours, Martin Blackburn. With first-class honours and with the project prize, Callum Brown. With first-class honours, Tom Brown. Kieran Calder. With first-class honours and with the IMI praise, Michael Castle. Ruben Costa. Ellis Cowler. Jessica Davis. Eleanor Doyle. With first-class honours, Patrick Duffin. With first-class honours, Jack Gosling. And with first-class honours, Charlotte Graham. And with first-class honours, Emily Graham. Rebecca Jane Grantham. Abhinav Gurung. Sita Gurung. Nick Harper. James Henry. Agaraza Haidari. Kenna Holman. James Hovell. Tamid Hussain. With first-class honours, Rachel James. Claire Lawton. With first-class honours, Elizabeth Mills. Mahan Jaromi. With first-class honours, Thomas Morton. With first-class honours, Stephen Moole. With first-class honours, Jay Nanda. With first-class honours, Ross Nugent. And with first-class honours, Sarah O'Brien. With first-class honours, Alexander O'Reilly. With first-class honours, Kaylee Ockleford. With first-class honours, Benjamin Ogo. With first-class honours, Matt Piggott. Callum Pittman. Amy Richards. With first-class honours and with the IMA Prize, Lucy Roos. With first-class honours, Georgina Sammons. Kay Samuel. Nathan Smiles. With first-class honours, Elizabeth Smith. Madara Nidzina. Fergal Stevenson. With first-class honours, Dylan Vicaria. With first-class honours, Callum Waite. Christian Willis. With first-class honours, Marcellus Wong. Joshua Woodfield. Kaylee Wright. Olivia Wright. And with first class honours, Nicholas Zantis. For Bachelor of Science in Mathematics for Finance and Management, with first class honours, Isabel Begg. Duncan Bond. Harry Gregg. James Hobbs. Kishan Karai. With first class honours, Joe Neal. Javan Opoku. With first class honours, Vandan Patel. With first class honours, Lauren Shaw. Marcus Ting. With first class honours, Guganasan Varaya. Richard Waddington. With the Placement Diary Prize, Elliot Webster. Harry Weston Lewis. With first class honours, Samuel Lanian. For Bachelor of Science in Mathematics with Statistics, Will Baldock. With first class honours, Thomas Barrett. Thanks, Laura. Thomas Berryman. With first class honours, Helen Cook. Lindelwe Delamini. Luke Ellis. Adam Grimmett. With first class honours, Kohli Rohit. With first class honours, Vasil Kostov. Alex Macy. Jacob Mira. With first class honours, Freddie Orr. With first class honours, Dharan Nehru Ram Nehru. With first class honours, Oliver Stone. With first class honours and with the Barry Taylor Memorial Award, James Ewell. For Master of Research in Technology Mathematics, with distinction, Alexander Ali. For Master of Science in Logistics and Supply Chain Management, Rapatsik Akarasetakhan. And with distinction, Patreya Ampaipid Takul. Rami Arikat. With distinction, Warapul Arunthanya. Benedict Benison Chadsutsa. With distinction, Ali Hamdan. Ericsson Yarbel. Panatorn Jumlung. With distinction, Jidapa Kong Muang. Samantha Law. With distinction, Stella Lazuru. With distinction, Min Phuong Lei. With distinction, Pia Marpon Lekpla. Cindy Liu. With distinction, and with the CILT Prize for the Best Project, Tithu Na Nguyen. With distinction, Panada Panadid. AJ Puthesath. Arpitat Supasatana. Virit Supatasana. Guangkeng Jia. For Master of Science in Supportability Engineering, Elizabeth Brill. Richard Parkinson. This concludes the presentation of students from the Department of Mathematics.
Chancellor, I present to you the following candidates from the Institute of Cosmology and Gravitation. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy, for a program of research in nonlinear vector interactions and cosmological self-acceleration, Matthew Hull. For a program of research in spectral analysis of galaxies in the ultraviolet, Claire Lecras. For a program of research in the role of bars in disk galaxy evolution, Thomas Melvin. For a program of research in the search for superluminous supernovae with the dark energy camera, Andreas Papadopoulos. For research in a program in constraining gravity models with clusters of galaxies, Harry Wilcox. This concludes the presentation of students from the Institute of Cosmology and Gravitation and today's ceremony.
Today, of course, is all about our graduates, and so it's appropriate that we now hear from one of them. Chancellor, I present to you Samantha Robichaud to respond on behalf of the graduates.
Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, today, as graduates, we are amid a paradigm shift. We are torn between the excitement of our futures and the joy of the memories that we have created during our time at the university. Today is a day of celebration and one we should all embrace, as we are no longer, from today, students, but graduates and alumni of the university. Our time at the university has been a journey of self-discovery and a whirlwind of pure emotions. For all of us here, there have been moments when we have stumbled. And it has not always been plain sailing. Moments when we felt like the world of academia was drowning us with statistics, terminology, and a number of books. However, it is at these moments that we as students have found the determination and fire to persist on our journeys. Throughout our time at the university, we have gone through a process of change and development. We have learned that no matter how many times you think you know something, the chances are there is still more to be discovered. We have developed our skills and learnt new skills along the way, which we didn't even realise we had, like being able to magically disappear when your dissertation supervisor was approaching. In short, our time at the university has been a precious and valued experience. The university and staff have allowed us to open our horizons to what we can achieve if we only stop thinking we can't. We have learnt that confidence is crucial and that life doesn't get easier. Instead, we develop and get better. Whilst we as graduates have been on a journey of self-discovery, we have not been alone in doing so. Today, we are surrounded by the people who have watched us grow and blossom into the people that we are today. I'd now like, on behalf of the graduates, to extend our thanks. To our friends and families, you have been with us on this journey since the start of our degrees. You have supported and encouraged us in more ways than we could have asked of you. Without your emotional and sometimes financial support, we could not have been able to continue on this incredible journey. You have always been there for us to offer your love and kindness, and we thank you from the depths of our hearts. To the university staff who make up the Academic Skills Unit, the Student Union, the Library, the Chaplaincy, the administrations, technicians, Purple Door, and all of the staff who have aided us throughout our journey. Without your vigorous work and support, this journey would not have been a smooth one. Then, to our lecturers, you have been our first point of call throughout our degree. You have inspired us, encouraged us, and most of all, you have given us your time and expert knowledge. You have been with us during our best and worst moments at the university, and at times have had to listen to us moan about trivial things which at the time seemed like the end of the world. On behalf of the graduates, thank you. Fellow graduates, today we are surrounded by the people who have become our friends and confidants. It is because of these people that we have had some of our best moments. These are the people who have been our shoulders to cry on and have stood by our sides throughout. Without them, our experience wouldn't have been the same. Lastly, graduates, we should thank ourselves for all of the work that we have put into our degrees. Because from the very start of our degrees to this very day, we have achieved so much. It goes without saying that without all of the people who have been a part of our time at the University of Portsmouth, it wouldn't have been the same. Today is a day of celebration, and we should all hold our heads high, because we have all worked so hard to reach this milestone. My parting words to my fellow graduates are to fill every thought with determination, every step with courage, and every word with love. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the graduating class of 2017. Thank you.
Now, I think probably the last thing you want is more speeches, but I have to say a few words because this is a special graduation ceremony because it's our Chancellor Sandy Toksvig's last graduation ceremony as Chancellor. And I hope you won't mind me saying a few words in recognition of her amazing contribution to our university. Our relationship with Sandy started back in 2010 when we awarded Sandy an Honorary Doctor of Letters in recognition of her extensive work as a writer, broadcaster and comedian. And at that time, we didn't know that she would then honour us by becoming our Chancellor starting in October 2012. And after completing a very successful 5-year term of office, and it just seems like a year's gone by so quickly, she now sadly retires this summer. We have been so lucky to have such a dedicated and engaging Chancellor who in all that she does, I'm amazed about what the pictures are in the background, epitomises the values of the university holds dear, for her passionate belief in education, to her commitment to equality, fairness and mutual respect, and the principles of personal freedom in society. But frankly, most of all, it's been great fun, and she's a thoroughly engaging and humorous person. She said at her installation, "I am passionate about higher education and I'm hugely impressed by Portsmouth's mission to encourage students from every walk of life to excel." Sandy, you've upheld that passion as Chancellor and have been a great advocate of our mission to provide the very best higher education experience from students from all backgrounds, leading to improved life chances. Sandy, of course, received an OBE in January 2014 in recognition of her services to broadcasting, and I know that while she appreciates such recognition, what I have loved most about her is the importance she places on people engaging actively with all of our students. She's met with students across different subject areas, cheered on our sports teams, joined in dance practices and attended numerous graduation ceremonies like today, shaking, I think, thousands of hands, Sandy, over that period. She's always been willing to get involved in the life of the university, from the opening of our university's first Athena Swan conference, recognise the important role of women in science, engineering and technology, to encourage us to be active by leading staff and students on the 5K Southsea Park Run. And she has done this in spite of her numerous other commitments, including being co-founder of the Women's Equality Party, as host, as host of QI, and also, we're all looking forward to it, the new host of the Great British Bake Off. And I know that she has a great passion for all forms of media, but actually her real passion, I think, is for radio. And so it was a great honour when she opened the community radio station Express FM when it opened again back into its new home in the university. But you know, one of her biggest achievements as Chancellor was instigating the Chancellor's Dinner, which has become a traditional fixture in our calendar. The dinner gives current students, alumni, city guests the opportunity to take part in an elegant occasion in the splendour of this auditorium. Sandy has hosted broadcaster John Humphreys, leading human rights lawyer Baroness Helena Kennedy, and former Beirut hostage John McCarthy, and lawyer and shadow cabinet member Baroness Shami Chakrabarti. Sandy also initiated the annual Chancellor's Award, which is given to the most inclusive of all student clubs and society. Sandy, you've been a committed and passionate Chancellor who has become very much part of our community. You will be sorely missed by the whole university community, and we wish you all the very best for the future, and would like to thank you for being such a wonderful ambassador and friend of the University of Portsmouth.
Gosh, thank you. I'll be honest with you, I shan't miss all the handshaking. I'm really not going to miss that at all. Repetitive strain injury. Very little in my life has given me more pride than being Chancellor of the University of Portsmouth. And the wonderful thing is I look across the stage and I have many friends here, so I don't think you're going to be quite getting rid of me. I know where you all live. I'll be back. And the most important thing is I am so thrilled, as I am each time, to be here with you, the graduates, on this great day of celebration. Congratulations, you did it! How fantastic! Yes! And I expect what you most want in this moment is a really long speech from a small woman dressed as a wizard. Well, it's my last day, so I'll have a go. First of all, may I pay tribute to the mature students in the room who have made the fantastic decision to further their education. Years ago, I met the great novelist Storm Jameson. She was well into her 80s, and she was preoccupied with taking her GCSE biology exam. And when I asked her why, she said, well, I haven't had time before. And I think that is the spirit. We should never be done with expanding our minds, and I salute you. Let's hear it for the mature students. Now, to the brilliant young people. First of all, you are brilliant young people, and don't let anyone in the older generation tell you otherwise. I have every faith in you and can only apologize for the many messes my generation has been responsible for. Now, I am supposed to pass on some wise thoughts. They say wisdom comes with age. I'm terribly worried in my case age has come entirely on its own. But let me give it a go. I'm not religious, but I do believe there are certain unforgivable sins, chief of which is being bored. Never be bored. There is always something you didn't know, something you haven't heard or seen, which might actually be quite interesting. You could even end up as the host of a show entirely devoted to things which are quite interesting. So take this week. In 1848, the first ever conference on women's rights opened in Seneca Falls, New York. So that's 169 years ago. And yet there is still not a single country in the world where women have full equality, and that includes the UK. Frankly, if we live in a world where our newspapers can be shocked that Doctor Who can somehow stay upright without a penis, then there is work to be done. I am passionate about equality, but you may choose any number of battles. Wherever you plant your flag, fight for what you believe in, and know sometimes it's good to get in a rage. If you see a problem, don't wait for somebody else to solve it. Roll your sleeves up and get on with it. But while you fight for what you believe in, I would also urge you to allow room for doubt. Don't be so extreme in your views that you don't allow space for the thoughts of others. No one person or belief system can ever be 100% right. And most important of all, be passionate. Love with all your hearts, for life is nothing without passion. Be passionate about those you love, about what you do. If you ever find you are bored, rigid in a job, I beg you, leave. Find anything else to do. And do not stay with a partner just because you are scared to be alone. You deserve better. And do remember that the friendships which you have forged in your time here flourished because you spent time together. So when you can, try to be in the moment. Well, what the heck does that mean? Instead of texting and tweeting people who are not with you that you're having a wonderful time, try having a wonderful time with the people you're actually with. Sometimes that may even be your parents. And now that you are officially grown up, you may be shocked to discover there is more to them than you thought. And parents, a note to you, there may also be more to your kids than you thought, and you will soon discover this, as even children with degrees are unlikely to leave home, so good luck with that. Take the time to consider others. If you don't, then one day they may well fail to consider you. And don't dwell on your failures. I have them all the time. You only have to look on the television channel Dave to see them, and they occur so that we can learn from them. If you're running a race and you fall over a stick, standing and staring at the stick is not going to help you to finish the race. What else? Beauty. Oh my goodness, you all look so beautiful today, and that is because you are young. The bad news is not going to last, okay? Boys, your hair is going to go. Girls, you don't want to know what's going to go. But here is the good news. Your brain and your store of knowledge is, even with a degree, in its infancy. Never stop learning. Think of the books there are to read, the music there is to listen to. I envy you the journey ahead. Remember, you are part of a privileged elite. If the world consisted of just 100 people, only 7 would have a university degree. You're one of those magic 7. And with that privilege comes a responsibility to make a difference. You have the tools now. Use them for good. You will never be enriched by just trying to make money. And absolutely, sometimes rough things are going to happen, but you'll get through them. So I think about Beethoven. His Ode to Joy is probably my favorite piece of music. It comes, as I'm sure you know, from the 9th Symphony. It is a work of genius. By the time the symphony was ready to be performed, Beethoven had gone deaf. So what an irony in life. He never heard it. Nevertheless, on the night of the premiere, he was seen running through the streets of Vienna shouting, "Grab life by the throat." Do that, for that is the best advice of all. You are part of a great human history. Learn from those who've gone before you, and do enough that those who come after are grateful that you were here. Be proactive, be positive. Dear God, be passionate. I wish you every success. Go change the world. I know you can do it, and it certainly wants doing. Many congratulations. Now you made me cry, you bastards. Right. Oh, I shouldn't have said bastards. Mind you, I said penis earlier, so... Thank you so much. It is with enormous pride that I tell you I officially declare this congregation of the University of Portsmouth closed. Please be upstanding.